Hi, folks. FedEx. Yes, sir. Well, I don't know if you can see. I'll bring it closer. But firstly, let me welcome you to my off-grid homestead in Canada. And today I'm coming to you from my garage, sort of behind the scenes. I wanted to show you a couple of things. My wood pile. I know some of you who are live this sort of lifestyle are drooling over this dry hardwood stacked near the door, back of the kitchen, sort of a setup. But well, we'll get to that in a minute. But today I wanted to tell you about when you live in the rural, a lot of times the big delivery folks don't deliver to you. The reason for that is this: they make a ton of money from delivering urban or even suburban deliveries. So a truck gets loaded, and on one road or one street or one neighborhood, they can do 200 deliveries. But for them to come to where we live, although our neighborhood is one of the busiest, most populated neighborhoods, it is only 74 people, not 74 homes or 74 families, 74 individual people in combination. So how many homes? I don't know, 10, 20, 30 at the most. And they're not going to all order something to be delivered the same day or even by the same shipping company. So we've had a lot of problems with FedEx and Perlator, where what they do is that they take it from their depot, wherever that is in town, whichever town, maybe 45 minutes away from us or an hour and a half drive from us, and then they just drop it off at a Canada Post location, and then Canada Post then gives us a delivery notice that says, "We have it, come get it." Now, where we live, we're almost, you can say, we're fairly rural. So between us and the nearest Canada Post location, let me tell you how many towns or villages or whatever we have. So we're in South Noseville, so you have Noseville, you have Lower Windsor, Upper Windsor, Coldstream, and then Heartland. So that's 6 towns we have to go through. 5 towns you have to go through till you reach the 6th one where there's a Canada Post location that we can pick up. But these people or the FedEx or Perlator don't drop it off at any of those places. They drop it off at some other town, which is the exact opposite direction that we always go. This town, we only go there maybe once a year, maybe once every 3 years, and it's so out of place. And this town is one of those if you've ever seen, they basically have they only have a gas station and a post office. That's all there is there. All right. So as you know, efficient and productive as I am, I never go anywhere just to do one thing. And so this town it's not town. I can't even say town. It's almost like a stop in the middle of the nowhere. For us to have to drive 20 minutes one way, 20 minutes back the other way, 40 minutes just to pick up an item is insane. It's absolutely insane. Why they would drop it off there and not in any of the bigger cities, bigger towns or villages that's on the way to where we go do our shopping, I don't know. Distance is the same for them. They can drop it off anywhere, but they go over there. They go to this place where nobody goes to. It's almost like a conspiracy. And so in this particular case, this was the worst we ever got. And this is really shameful. FedEx, if you're watching this, we took, when we went to pick it up at Canada Post, they documented it, they took pictures, and we took pictures before we took possession. So this is not something we did to this. And like I said, if you have, you mentioned me said in my other videos, if you have very limited resources, before you buy something, you try to figure out, do we need it? Will we use it? How much? What do I have to take a cut from something somewhere else to put towards this? How much will the shipping be? You know, all of these things, and then you get it, and they deliver it to you. When it's delivered to you like this, I mean, it was closed, but look at it. Look at how much water damage. And this is not by the this is not by the company that's mailed it, because their packaging was pretty decent. They put a box in another box, and that other box has. Let me put my glasses on so I can tell you how many layers that box had. That exterior, not the interior box, the other exterior box, cardboard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 layers of cardboard, corrugated cardboard. If you can see, I'll bring it a little bit closer. You can see, was so damaged such that it's fallen apart. I mean, how long was this sitting in some warehouse or in water before they even, someone said, oh, let's move this pull this out of water? Did they move it out of the water? Really shameful. I mean, folks, if you're a store, I tell you right now, if you're a store and you're selling things to some of your customers that are country or rural, do not go with FedEx or Perlator, because what would end up happening inevitably, your customers will pick up a box like this and be furious and leave you a bad review. We're not doing that, because we know it's not the store's fault that this was left in the warehouse of the people that picked it up, because no one, say when FedEx went to pick this up, if this looked like this, probably FedEx would not have picked this up to say, well, we're not going to deliver this looking like that. So we know it didn't happen at FedEx. So we know that this didn't happen at the original store, the shop that we bought it from. So this happened at FedEx. And Canada Post, they don't care, because FedEx drops it off. They give them a couple of bucks and say, well, can you hold on to this for the customer to come and pick it up? So like, whatever, we're not delivering it. So yeah, so if you're sending it to somewhere, this is for the stores. If you're sending a product, shipping it to a country or rural, in particular Canada, I don't know about the States or anywhere else, go with UPS. We haven't had any issues with UPS. And the delivery people, doesn't matter who it is, they're very polite, but they just can't. FedEx and Courier, they don't even come to your house. They figure, well, I'm not going to drive all that distance. I'll just dump it, whatever's more convenient to me. If you are a buyer, if you're a purchaser, like folks who are watching this, not a store, you don't have a shop, you're just a regular consumer. When you go to buy something, and if you're about to move here or somewhere rural country, you make sure, because this is a common practice for FedEx and Perlator, unfortunately. When you go to buy something, I know you're excited, you want to buy something, you see something you like, maybe the price is good and all that's fine. Contact the store, email, or have something, probably by email, so you have it in writing, and ask them whether who is the shipping company that they're using. If they say Perlator or FedEx, just say, thank you, I skip, I'll go buy from somewhere else, unless they're willing to go with some other delivery. Like I said, UPS has been good to us. But here, let me I'm going to bring this closer to you. I just wanted to share. I mean, you're all here to see about my experiences in this forest, in this area, and I just wanted to show you how this arrived to us. So, and we documented this. This is not. I've not done this damage to get ratings or thumbs up or whatever from anyone. This is just. I'm just telling you, giving you the facts. All right. Anyway, now you know. And before I go, I did promise to show you a little bit around behind the scenes, so here you go. This is all the firewood, and actually there's more here. I mean, I have, as a coach, I will coach anyone who wants to do this lifestyle, how to build your house. And if you're around here, I will even help you design it myself. More firewood here. And that's my job. And your job is to, hopefully, if you want to live a less stressful life, is to learn from me, and or if you hire me to do this for you, I would be happy to. Why wouldn't I share, the all-season tires stored here? Why wouldn't I help anyone that doesn't know? And you're in town, you go to school to learn. Here is me telling you how to live less stressful, because life is stressful enough. All right? Okay, folks. That's all for today. Stay warm, huh?